Hey guys, Bugcat7 here. Okay, it is Monday, August 10th, 2020, and I want to thank you for visiting the Stonewall Research channel here on YouTube. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, just a short video this time, and I wanted to talk about truth nuggets or truth drops in media. And if you never heard the terminology before, some people use it. My buddy Matt on his channel often talks about truth drops or truth nuggets in mainstream media. They call it truth bombs, but that's the language of our death cult culture. All this sort of murderous and killing language and all that kind of stuff because we're not really quite aware of what our society is really about. But he often refers to these truth drops and truth nuggets in popular media, mass media culture, news, movies, television shows, trying to indicate, they're trying to give us sort of hints, whether they're doing it consciously or not, we don't know. But you have to think it from this perspective, whether it be our education or mass media or, whatever we learned in our life is a type of programming that makes us to respond to things in a certain way. And as you know, on this channel, I've talked about UFOs, and often when Peter Davenport reports UFO accounts or whatnot, I'm always screaming at the radio. These things are behaving like animals, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I believe what Trevor Dreams Constable believes is that these things are things that live in space or live in our atmosphere. There's a variety of them. They could be preying upon each other like animals would, but they also have a very high intelligence like dolphins or something like that. So I go over it on many videos on my channel. Here's one on bioluminescent, bioelectric, and biomechanoids that live here right on our own planet here and on our own Earth. And here's something here that looks like it was made in a machine shop, or something on an even grander scale, like some sort of, anti gravity flying machine or something like that. But this is an organism, and I talk about many of them in this video and what they do, okay, and what UFOs do, okay. So recently, or not all that long ago, I saw the movie Arrival, and right away, my problem with it is that's a craft from outer space or whatever it is. But these are the kind of things that are aimed at getting certain responses out of us, okay, to take us away from what the reality of these things are, and that are these creatures that live in space and the atmosphere, have extremely powerful telepathic brains, maybe silicon-based life forms, et cetera, et cetera. This is, hence the telepathy and ability to communicate. They can focus their telepathy to either be communication device or even a weapon similar to that of like a dolphin or even a tiger's infrasound war. But you see the orientation of the vessel here. It's a saucer shaped thing, but you notice it's not horizontal, it's vertical here. Okay, these are all things to take us off the focus of what these things might be, okay? Even though it could be conceivable that something would be built like this in an anti-gravity environment or something like that, it's hardly conducive to the way we would perceive things to be sort of built. We know that flying saucers are this disc-shaped thing. Putting them vertically instead of horizontally, okay, is to suggest something to us, okay? The aliens' language is this complex symbolic language that is very difficult to understand. Again, this is truth droppers to tell us that, these things that live in space and in the atmosphere are attempting to communicate with us, but you can't understand them. Their language is so highly complex. Our brain tries to make of it what it can, and hence all these abduction stories, et cetera, all this kind of things. And the combination of what the creatures look like, the type of craft that is a disc-shaped craft, but vertical instead of horizontal. These are all of these sort of related truth drops that your mind is probably thinking what I'm thinking, but it's hard to grasp actually what's being said in these movies. They're trying to take you away from what these things really are. And I often refer to Warriors and Plasm, which is very interesting comic book. But in any case, guys, that's it. Think about it. Think about what I said about the truth nuggets, truth drops, and I'll be getting back to you with the video real soon. Okay? Peace.